The following contest is
well, I tell you, Brain, the split that we thought about, that we talked about, that we've heard so much about, maybe occurring, has now definitely occurred between the two closest friends. And I mean the two closest men in the sport have been Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, but now that is apparently no more between the two. What an argument. What a difference of opinions they've had.
Well, you know how I feel about Ric Flair, the admiration I have for this man, and I've done business with him in the past. You know how I feel about Arn Anderson, who I've done business with also in the past. For these two to play like this is like seeing a divorce next door to your good neighbor's house or a relative in your family, something happening to. This affects me. I don't like this. I do not like this at all.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair making his way to the ring in this matchup, and should be a great contest. He'll take on White Lightning Tim Horner here on WCW Worldwide from the Disney MGM Studios. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, a difference of opinions, and fans, we want you to stay with us a little bit later on in this telecast during the Fall Brawl Control Center, because you'll find out that the difference of opinions between Ric Flair and Arn Anderson have escalated.
You know, Tony, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, Hulk Hogan is to blame for everything.
Oh, would you stop?
He tore the Sullivan family apart. He's tearing Ric Flair and his cousin Arn Anderson apart.
He had nothing to do with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Ever since he showed up here at WCW, it's been Hulk Hogan this, Hulk Hogan that. Hulk Hogan conned this man, Ric Flair, into putting his title on the line, retirement match. Ever since that period of time at Halloween Havoc, nothing has been the same here. And everybody's just been concerned with getting rid of Hulk Hogan. People are not thinking straight. No one will listen to me, though.
Look at Tim Horner. He's not listening to anyone either. And a tremendous pick up and a great slam. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Backing away into a corner. Flair loves to slow it down to his face for him to dictate. Wants to shake Horner's hands. Oh, he shook his hand.
Just wait. You know, a pat on the back's only 12 inches from a kick in the bottom of the trunk.
Well, I know that. Side headlock. Horner. Great agility that time. White Lightning takes him over. The referee assigned here is Nick Patrick. The complete competitor that Ric Flair has been in this sport. Certainly a man who has had his share of his problems, has let this Hulk Hogan situation that you talk about really go to his head. But that is not deferred from his ability in the ring. That is not taken away from it. The man has always been the consummate wrestler, and now, you know, this situation with Arn has to really bother both men down deep inside.
Well, you know, and he's had some setbacks lately in some of the matches he's had. Why? Because he is constantly thinking of Hulk Hogan. And if he's constantly thinking of Hulk Hogan right now, and Arn Anderson, he shouldn't be. He should concern himself with Mr. Horner, because Horner can beat you. But see, that's what Hulk Hogan does to people. He gets under your skin. He's like a disease. He's like something you can't get rid of.
Oh, would you stop, please? Missing a drop kick, Tim Horner that time.
There's only one cure for that. A large dose of Dungeon of Doom.
Tim Horner, speaking of the Dungeon of Doom, fans, you won't believe what we're going to show you from the Dungeon of Doom coming up next. You'll want to stay tuned for that. Right fist to the face. And a chop. To the leg. To the midsection. Snapmare takeover. Here he comes, the Nature Boy.
Nail him,
on
good.
The move. Wow, drives it in. Tremendous execution.
Woo. Just enough to let him know he's there.
Ric Flair on top of his game one more time.
Who do I cheer for, Tony? Arn Anderson or Flair? Whose side do I listen to?
Well, knowing you, Brain, why don't you cheat, or why don't you cheer for the man that cheats first or pays you the most money?
What do you mean? Like I would take a bribe? You mean you could buy my friendship?
I think you could.
Oh, I'm above that, Mr. Schiavone.
2 count. 2 count. You're always nicer to me. A 2 count when I offer to buy lunch. I've noticed that about you.
And the bun was stale. I'll talk to you about that later.
The Nature Boy once again on the attack here. Caught in the corner, the place you don't want to be against Ric Flair. He's so confident.
And Flair and Arn, in the tag matches they've been in recently, haven't looked as smooth as I thought they should have looked. Something's been on their mind.
Well, it's been each other. Tim Horner battling back out of the corner. Flair puts the Dukes up, but goes right through the fist. He tags him with the right hand. And Nature Boy Ric Flair is down.
Whoa.
Horner in the corner. Other side now. Back body drop. Flair hits hard. The fans love it.
Only here on WCW.
Worldwide Wrestling. 2 count.
Come on.
Flair got out in 2.
See, Flair looks like he's naked out there.
A pick
Looks
up.
like he's totally naked. Without seeing Arn Anderson in the corner, without seeing the presence of the enforcer Double A, it just doesn't look right to me. It's like the Mona Lisa with a hat on. It just doesn't look right.
Mona Lisa with a hat
Or
on.
a mustache.
Oh, whatever. We've
Mona
heard it all
Lisa
now.
nude. It just doesn't look right to me.
Would you stop, please? Ric Flair says we're going to school. That can only mean one thing: the figure 4. And he's got it in the center of the ring. Jim Horner is out of it. It's over. He's calling the bell.
Now, see, if Arn was here right now, he could get in the ring and help put the boots to Horner.
Oh, yeah.
He's missing all this fun.
Yeah, that's a nice thought. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, the split has occurred. You've seen it here. And we'll have more about what has transpired between these two coming up in the Fall Brawl Control Center. Fans, you want to stay tuned for that.
Well, Martin and Lewis made up after all those years of fighting. It can happen here. It can happen next week. It can happen in an hour. I'm going to do what I can to restore their friendship. Can't do much for Mr. Horner right now. He's about ready to be slapped with that figure 4. It's breakfast time. Snap, crackle, and pop. I can hear his knees. Mr. Horner, go to the corner.
Jim Horner gives up from the figure 4 leg lock by the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair. Coming up next, we go to the Dungeon of Doom. But right now, listen to this.